So this is Updata Analytics running on the MoneyNet system, and what a great system it is. Super fast feed coming in here from MoneyNet. And the great thing about Updata, of course, is it takes all this data and allows you to do more advanced analytics. And we see here just the speed at which the charts move in Updata. Because we cache this data, we have this super ability to move just really, really quickly through the data. So you can see there that chart changing with relative charts and everything. So really powerful, the data coming in there from MoneyNet. We take a look at some of the analytics features. Of course, lots of Bloomberg and Thomson Reuters users, FactSet, many users of lots of different systems, and now MoneyNet users have the ability to do powerful analytics that you could only ever dream of, really. And here we see point and figure charts. Updata's point and figure is really second to none, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Cloud charts, full-blown CBOT market profile charts. Here we see the profiles, rotation factors, so real proper full CBOT market profile. All the sort of indicators that you can think of, lots of proprietary indicators. The system comes with over 1,000 pre-written studies, so there's just lots that you can do. Things like seasonality charts, of course, Fibonacci retracements, every technical tool you can really think of. This one here, for example, is a bullish percent indicator. These are all market breadth indicators, and lots of those available. Advanced declines calculates that on a list of stocks on the fly. So this is actually for the S&P 100 stocks, all coming from MoneyNet, calculating the cumulative totals of buy-sell signals, and at the moment we can see we're quite heavily overbought on the buy signals there at the moment. So 91% of stocks in the S&P 100 have given a double top buy breakout on point and figure basis. There's a whole series of market breadth tools there available in Updata. If we take a look at just some of the other features, the point and figure in Updata, of course, is second to none. If I just take an example of, say here, I'm just double clicking on the Amazon stock. And here we get the Amazon chart coming in from MoneyNet, and if I do a shift T on that chart, just immediately gives the trends and targets. So we have a 22% upside potential and a 45% downside potential, but we'd favor the upside target because of the trend there at the moment. And you can do that on any stock you like, so you can just literally go and type in tickers, and it will straight away pick up the MoneyNet ticker. See how fast that chart is. It's super fast because it's cached. Shift T on Facebook. Here we have lots of different targets here, 138, 153, 155, around 36, 37% upside potential there with the uptrends in place. Just one key press gives you the targets on any chart, so really, really powerful. This is one of my favorite screens here. This is what I call the tracker charts. So these are tracking where I am. So these stocks here are the best performers in the Nasdaq today, 5%, 4%, and we see here by going through the tracker charts, we can actually then just see all of these charts changing. So this is a weekly chart, a daily chart, a 60-minute chart, 1% point and figure, log scale, 0.5%, and a 60-minute chart. So whilst this is a great performer today, we see we have got downside targets here. So one day, and we're below the clouds. So just instantly long-term, medium-term, and short-term pictures just giving us the state of play. We can take a look at something like Yahoo, for example. Notice how quickly all these charts just come in. So this is weekly, daily, 60-minute again, 1%, 0.5%, and the short-term charts. So Yahoo giving some upside signals here, but it has been bearish below this cloud for quite a while. So long-term bearish, but short-term bullish, and that's just a really powerful screen as well. Of course, one of the powerful aspects that users use Updata for is the scanning, and the scanning and alerting in Updata is really second to none. So if I wanted to run, and there's dozens and dozens of pre-written scans. Let's say I want to look for divergence on the volume. So what I can do is I can go to the Nasdaq list. So I've got lots of lists here. This is my MoneyNet Nasdaq list, and that's running through. And again, because those histories are cached, it's running through the histories looking for divergence between the volume and the price. So what we're seeing here is stocks that have got price and volume doing different things, so that just gives us a heads up as to whether they're whether we've got breaking. And I can just cancel that and just look at what we've got already. So if I go through here, we see here the price has been rising but the volume hasn't, so that's a little bit worrying. We can go and it'll go through each chart again. We can just see here volume falling more than the price, so that is just a little bit disconcerting. And also divergence is something that's very hard to scan for. It really is, and you have to eyeball the results. But you can see here again, price rising slightly, volume not. So these are the sorts of charts that you might want to get to, and you can write any criteria you want. So here we see price volume, but volume rising. So just a powerful scan, and you can write any one you want. You can basically do it on a price or indicator. You can do it on a custom indicator. You can scan for head and shoulders, divergence, candlestick patterns, and of course point and figure, because Updata is really the best point and figure system in the world. We can scan for log scale point and figure where the trend is up and the percentage target is greater than a certain level. So here's a scan I did earlier. It takes a couple of minutes to run on your machine, and here are point and figure targets. The grey ones are new in today, so these are the ones. There are 25 stocks that have got more than 40% upside, and I can just scan through the results. So this is Liberty Interactive. Here we see the upside targets, all running on that MoneyNet data, so really utilizing the power. Liberty Global, 47% upside target there, and we can just run through each of these as we like, and we can just see the Yahoo here, so a new upside target of 42%. So really powerful. One of the other things that a lot of Updata users use the system for is writing reports, a lot of workflow capability out to Office, like PowerPoint presentations, Word, or just producing chart books or daily reports with charts in. And then the custom coding. And this is a really powerful aspect of the system as well. A lot of users use system testing, and as I say, there are over 1,000 pre-written system tests and trading strategies and custom indicators in the library. And if you can't find it in Updata, we'll write it for you. So really powerful. And you can see here just a whole set of the tools here, hundreds and hundreds, and if you can search for them, of course. If you want to see which RSIs are available, for example, you just simply type in RSI, and we can just see here these are all the RSI indicators, and there are dozens of them. So really great for using that there. Let's write a quick indicator. So let's do a system test of an RSI. So here's the code for it. What I'm saying here is when the RSI crosses through the levels, these are my parameters, and I can optimize that. So this is the RSI period, the buy level, and the sell level. And so if I go and optimize those parameters, I'll do a quick optimization, and I want to test the RSI between 5 and let's say 21 days. Those are Fibonacci numbers, and it's said that you should use the 14-day RSI, but sometimes you might want to check that. And because I'm not convinced that 30 is the level that I should be using, I'm going to set my levels just 10 either side of that. So I'm going to test 20, 30, 40, and 60, 70, 80, just to see that I'm reading the RSI at the right level. So I can go and choose an instrument. Let's go and do it on something like the Dow. Put the Dow search in. Here is the Dow Industrials Index off MoneyNet. See, this is the search that's produced these tickers from MoneyNet. I go to my next. I can choose whether I want to, which time frame. I can go right down to 5 minutes or 60 minutes, any time frame I want, and I can set transaction costs if I'm running the system. And so it's going away, and now it's running through each of those potential possibilities to tell me which is the best RSI to use on the Dow. And it's homing in, it's doing 5 quick passes here through the algorithm, And we can see here that it's settling at around 15 and the period of 30 on the buy level. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out. And of course, these are the parameters. I can take all of these trading results out to a spreadsheet. Here are all the sharp ratios, etc. But most people want to get straight to the chart. And if I just put the trading arrows on, it says here that I should use a 15 RSI through 30 and 70. So I'd be pretty comfortable using the 14 RSI on the Dow because it gives the best trading results. Blue line is the underlying market. The black line is my equity line, just slightly outperforming the Dow here in the last few months. So that's just an example of using the system test. So this just gives you a really good example of Updata running on the MoneyNet feed. If you haven't tried MoneyNet already, you just go to your tray in Updata, choose MoneyNet out of the market terminals, and away you go. So we look forward to welcoming lots of MoneyNet users and Updata users trying the MoneyNet system. Give it a go. That's all we ask. Give it a try and see for yourself.